Recently, we have been bringing you stories of Superintendent Crystal Hill and her impact as an educator. But what you have not heard yet is how a moment when she was just 6 months old would change her family and her future. Thanks for joining us for the news at 5. I'm Jane Monreal. This is a story only WCNC Charlotte's Shamari Morrison could tell us, and she joins us now. Shay, a very personal story.
Yeah, it was. Superintendent Hill opened up about something that would shape her future, a moment that helped her step into a role that would years later provide a role model for the future generation of educators.
Crystal Hill's journey to leading Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools is one that starts with a little girl in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
The Land of Enchantment. I was there because my mom moved there to be with her older brother.
Her mom met her dad, had 2 kids, and then Hill, her parents' youngest, was born. A few months later, tragedy happened.
My older sister, Monique, was 8. My sister, Felicia, was 7. I was only 6 months old. They went swimming one day at an apartment complex. My parents were at work. They were with the babysitter. And my mom came home and didn't have a child.
It's a moment that broke her family and shaped her life.
My parents divorced shortly after that, but my grandparents came down from Albuquerque and were there to raise me.
So if your family could describe you as a child growing up, like what attributes would they have given to you?
Probably a rule follower. Bossy. They always said I was going to be a teacher.
That she would be at Hunter Elementary in Guilford County.
High expectations, high energy. The majority of our students were on free and reduced lunch, so we were like 98 to 99% free and reduced lunch. So super high poverty.
High expectations, no matter the circumstance, would be a motto she took with her all the way to the dais as superintendent. Hill represents just about 1.5% of Black female superintendents in the nation.
As a Black female, I've been blessed to have someone who recognized and nurtured the talent. And I think anyone who's in a leadership role, it's our responsibility to recognize and nurture talent.
She says this nurturing came with tough love that would eventually prepare her for the outsized pressure of taking the lead spot of a district with some high turnover.
They pushed me. They challenged me when things weren't going as they should.
Hill has stepped into her role as superintendent when CMS's student achievement has been at one of its lowest. Education is at the center of political turmoil, and social emotional needs of students are at its highest.
One of my mentors long ago said, when the purpose of a thing is unknown, abuse is inevitable. And so I think that we have to remember what is the purpose of education and focus on that purpose.
And you can find more portions of our one-on-one conversation with Superintendent Hill online at WCNC.com. There we get more in depth about student achievement, the ongoing teacher shortage, and how she's handling politics impacting students. Jane?
Fascinating story, Shamari. You know, people's stories get them to where they are today.
Yeah, and look at her now.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Shay.